Camelot Perceval. The House of Luxembourg, the House of Anjou and their descendants the House of Plantagenet and the French House of Lusignan are descended, according to medieval folk legends, from the dragon spirit Melusine. Wolfram von Eschenbach, whose account of the Holy Grail drew upon Chrétien de Troyes, claimed to have obtained his information from a certain Quiot de Provence, who would have been Guillot de Provence, d. after 1208, a troubadour and monk at Cluny. At the beginning of the 13th century, Guillot de Provence, in his famous law Bible Guyot, named his protectors, who included Frederick Barbarossa, Louis VII of France, Henry II of England, Henry the Young King, Richard the Lionheart, Alfonso II of Aragon and Raymond V of Toulouse, all closely associated with the Melusine line. It was indeed these rulers and their families who produced the network of dynastic alliances, the real Camelot as it were, that were behind the emergence of the Grail legends. Swiss scholar André de Mandac postulated that Perceval might be a nickname for a famous count of the Perche, Rotro 3, 1099–1144. The first head of the family of the Perche known as Geoffrey I, Fluid 1031, who associated himself with Count Odo I, Count of Blois, and secured a sphere of influence that would become the county of the Perche. Geoffrey's son, Rotro I increased the family's influence. His son, Geoffrey II married Beatrice of Roussy, a descendant of the Carolingian and Capetian kings of France. Beatrice's brother Ebes married the daughter of the famous Norman Count Robert Guiscard and her sister Felicia of Roussy married Sancho Ramirez of Aragon, c. 1042–1094. Sancho Ramirez's accession to the crown of Navarre later that year made her the first Aragonesa consort to also be queen consort of Navarre. Sancho Ramirez, who was king of Aragon and king of Pamplona, was the son of Ramiro I, before 1007–1063, the first king of Aragon. Sancho Ramirez's mother was Ermesinda of Bigorre, a daughter of Bernard Roger, Count of Bigorre, c. 962, c. 1034, founder of the House of Foy. During the reigns of Sancho Ramirez and his son Peter I, the Kingdom of Aragon extended its borders to the south, established threatening fortresses on the capital of Zaragoza in El Castella and Juslabol and took Huesca, which became the new capital. Felicia gave birth to three sons, Ferdinand, Ramiro II of Aragon, and Alfonso I of Aragon and Navarre, 1073–1074, 1134, called the Battler or the Warrior, successor of his uncle Peter I of Aragon and Pamplona, c. 1068–1104. Alfonso I married Urraca, the former widowed wife of Raymond of Burgundy, who died in 1107. Fearing that the rivalries between the nobles of Castile and Leon would be increased if she married any of other suitors, Urraca's father Alfonso VI decided that she should wed Alfonso the Battler, opening the opportunity for uniting Leon and Castile with Aragon. After his marriage to Urraca, Alfonso I had begun to use the grandiose title Emperor of Spain, formerly employed by his father-in-law, Alfonso VI of Leon and Castile. Alfonso I welcomed the Templars into his kingdom in the 1130s, to support the ongoing Reconquista. In 1131, his will bequeathed the Kingdom of Aragon to the canons of the Holy Sepulchre, to the Hospitallers and to the Templars. The three orders were unable to claim this legacy in its entirety, but the Templars did gain control of a number of fortresses and various other revenues and privileges. 2. Ramiro II of Aragon, who married Agnes of Aquitaine, the daughter of William IX, Duke of Aquitaine and Philippa, Countess of Toulouse, niece of Raymond IV of Toulouse. Alfonso VI of Leon and Castile had several wives, including Constance of Burgundy, Berta, Isabel, possibly the same as Zaida, and Beatrice, and William IX's sister Agnes of Aquitaine. Alfonso VI's marriage with Agatha, daughter of William the Conqueror, was negotiated in 1067, but she died prematurely. Constance of Burgundy and Alfonso VI's first wife, Agnes of Aquitaine, were cousins in the third degree, both of them descendants of William III, Duke of Aquitaine. The second wife of Robert I, Duke of Burgundy, was Ermengarde, the daughter of Fulk III of Anjou, the son of Geoffrey I of Anjou. Their daughter Hildegard married Robert I's cousin, William VIII of Aquitaine, c. 1025–1086. Alfonso VI's wife Beatrice was William VIII's daughter. Agnes was the sister of William VIII's son, William IX of Aquitaine. Between 1120 and 1123, William IX of Aquitaine joined forces with the kingdoms of Castile and Leon. William IX was first married in 1088, at age 16, to Ermengarde, daughter of Fulk IV of Anjou. In 1094, William IX married Philippa, the daughter and heiress of William IV of Toulouse, c. 1040–1094, and Emma of Morton, daughter of Robert, Count of Morton and a niece of William of Normandy. The Counts of Toulouse trace their descent to Guillaume of Gelone, who appointed was Count of Toulouse by Charlemagne at the Diet of Worms in 790. In 1088, when William IV departed for the Holy Land, he left his brother, Raymond IV, Count of Toulouse, leader of the Prince's Crusade, to govern in his stead. When William IV died, Raymond IV took power, although, after his niece Philippa married William IX, they laid claim to Toulouse and fought, off and on, for years to try to reclaim it from Raymond IV and his children. From the time of Raymond IV, the Counts of Toulouse were powerful lords in southern France. Raymond IV assumed the formal titles of Marquis of Provence, Duke of Narbonne and Count of Toulouse. Afterward, Raymond IV set sail with the First Crusade. After the conquest of Jerusalem, he set siege to the city of Tripoli, with the help of Baldwin I of Jerusalem. Although he died before the city was taken in 1109, he is considered the first Count of Tripoli. His son, Bertrand, then took the title. He and his successors ruled the Crusader state until 1187, when the kingdom of Jerusalem was overrun by Saladin. While Raymond IV was away in the Holy Land, the rule of Toulouse was seized by William IX, Duke of Aquitaine, who claimed the city by right of his wife, Philippa, the daughter of Raymond IV's brother, Count William IV of Toulouse. By his wife Philippa, William IX had 2 sons and 5 daughters, including his eventual successor, William X of Aquitaine, 1099–1137, of Aquitaine, called the Saint. William IX of Aquitaine's second son, Raymond of Poitiers, c. 1099–1149, eventually became the Prince of Antioch in the Holy Land. His daughter Agnes married firstly Aymery V of Thouars and then Ramiro II of Aragon, the brother of Alfonso I the Battler, re-establishing dynastic ties with that ruling house. Through Ramiro II's only daughter, Petronila of Aragon, Agnes was ancestor of the later rulers of Aragon. William IX joined the Crusade of 1101, also known as the Crusade of the Faint-Hearted, led by Stephen, Count of Blois. To finance it, he had to mortgage Toulouse back to Bertrand, the son of Raymond IV. His army included Hugh VI the Devil, Lord of Lusignan, c. 1039–1043, c. 1102, half-brother of Raymond IV, and Berenguer Ramon II, Count of Barcelona, 1053–54, 1097–99, father of the Templar, Ramon Berenguer III, Count of Barcelona. William arrived in the Holy Land in 1101, but his entire army was destroyed by the Seljuk Turks at Heraclea. William himself barely escaped, and, according to the English chronicler and Benedictine monk Orderic Vitalis, 1075, c. 1142, he reached Antioch with only 6 surviving companions.